mean, I'm not. I've been out of the game for almost 10 years, so I really don't.
No, you're not out of the game. You're just standing right now. You're not moving. You're not doing anything. You're just standing. You're still in the game. You're just not doing anything. You're not out of the. I'm out of the game. You know what I mean? I'm out of the game. Kirk and I are out of the game. You are still in the
Okay,
game.
I
Um,
get it.
Thank you for listening and watching to your favorite podcast. This is the Maximum Filipino Show, and right now we're doing the Learn Filipino Pod. Um, my name is CB, Captain Bug, AJ, whatever you want to call me. And this podcast is really special because we have a ton of people, and every podcast is always special because it's for you. I got to make sure we're recording. But anyway, um, right now I'm being joined by the wonderful people. Wonderful people. First of all, she is never get tired person. She's always energetic. She has full of energy even if when she's sleeping. I feel bad for her boyfriend because she probably like, dude, I'm done. She's like, nope, I want one more. Her name is Jed. How's it going, Jed?
Oh, I don't know how I would feel now after
You
the
don't know?
introduction. Like,
Oh, that's a wonderful
yeah.
introduction.
And
Um, Next is she is man, she's like a sheep, but she's a wolf and she's a monster. But a beautiful
she's
kind of monster.
she's Filipino. Let's make it clear.
Yeah,
She's
she's a
Filipino.
Filipino. She's a Filipino monster, and
Wow.
she can eat you alive. Like I'm not even kidding. It's Malja. How's it going, Malja?
Good, great,
Good,
amazing.
great. All right. And next is
I should stop
he's our
talking.
ongoing guest, and he's big, but he's very cuddly and very sweet. As a matter of fact, he's my best friend. My best friend for a long time. He's my brother. Wakka. How's it going, Wakka?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be back.
And we have a new guest. He is a wonderful person based on a lot of people. What they said to me. I think he's a wonderful person. I talk to him a lot in this forbidden app that we will never say because it sucks.
God, when you said
we-
forbidden,
Oh, it's a forbidden
thinking
app. But we talked.
app.
I met this person. We talked a lot, and we had a lot of productive and non-productive conversation. We have Kirk. How's it going, Kirk?
You know what, CB? Thanks for having me. I freaking love the intro. I think it really shows how you know nothing about me. Just kidding.
And that's why he's here because we want to get to know him more.
Uh-uh.
So right now, like I said, we are doing the Learn Filipino Pod, and in this podcast, or in this episode, we're gonna talk about love because Filipinos love love. We love love. We love drama. We love romance. We love everything. We love everything about love. Let's start with this first question. So I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and feel free to answer. I might say your name, or I might not, but just to be organized, because we have Jed in the podcast, so let's be organized. I'm gonna I'm gonna say your name, then you will answer. Let's start with this. How old were you when you had your first girlfriend or boyfriend, or both?
Oh
I
my
don't discriminate.
questions.
Let's start with Waka. Waka, how old were you when you had your first girlfriend? Hold
I-
on.
10
He's got a lot. He's got a lot.
He's
He
got a
has,
lot.
No, uh,
remember.
it's a. Let's put it this. I think it was 10, 15 years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you
all right.
were
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like 10 years old.
that's
Oh my
10.
gosh, attaboy.
I thought you
Damn.
Nice. 10 or 15 years ago. All right. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. How
and
old are you,
he's
Mug?
20 now.
No, I'm.
So
I will
5 years
take.
old.
I appreciate that you think of me that, but
How about you?
Yeah,
How
the
about you,
girlfriend is
Maja? How old were
5.
you when you had your first
Oh.
boyfriend?
That was official boyfriend?
Or
Oh wow,
whatever-
that's
whatever,
that's very
whatever
interesting.
you want to define
Wow.
boyfriend. Let's go
Okay,
with that.
that's official boyfriend where you go out with them, kiss and stuff.
And
Um,
stuff. Okay.
So,
are you all
17?
there, Malja? Are you still all
Yeah.
there?
17.
17. All right. 17.
Wow.
Perfect.
Okay, how about the unofficial?
13.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Makes sense.
I'll take
The
it.
testing stage, right? The testing
Mhm.
phase.
How about you, Jed? How old were you when you had your first
17.
17? Oh, man. You guys are what a bunch of prudes. Anyway, Kirk, how about you?
I had my first girlfriend when I was grade 6. And I think it was 13. Yeah, 13 or
Wow.
12 during that
No
time.
way. That's freaking awesome.
But it was only, infatuation and really nothing serious went on. By serious, I mean, until I was 17. There you go. So, yeah, 13 years old.
Nice. My official girlfriend, I was in high school, freshman high school, I think. Yeah. But I had, girls flirting here and there. Actually, I started flirting with a girl when I was second grade. I was 7, bro. I was 7.
You're one flirty child.
I was a one flirty
Yeah.
child, and I wasn't even aware I was being flirted until they told me, "Stop flirting with me." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm flirting with you? I'm just being nice." And then they're like, "Oh, I like you." Okay, whatever. All right. Anyway, awesome. Okay, let's talk about this part. So as Filipinos, and the reason why we have Wakka in here, you're probably wondering, how come you have a one foreigner there and we're talking about Filipino love? The reason why we have Wakka in here is if you are planning, I'm looking at you right now. If you're planning to pursue a Filipina or a Filipino, this is the best podcast for you because you will learn all of these things. What's the difference between the other culture, Western culture, or I don't know, Asian culture, whatever that may be. You're going to learn the Filipino culture or Filipino ways on how to pursue, or maybe the ideas to pursue a Filipina or a Filipino. All right, well, let's start with this will be a very general idea. What are the traditional way of pursuing or courting a girl? And the reason why I say girl specifically, because in the Philippines back in the day, it's not acceptable for a girl to pursue a guy. It has to be a guy pursuing a girl. Am I right?
That's true. Freaking true.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Traditionally, that's how it's supposed to be, or that's how they used to do it.
How we were raised.
All right, exactly. So what are the traditional way of pursuing or courting a girl?
You're
let's
talking
go
about
with-
your time, right?
Yeah, let's go with Kirk. Let's talking about my time. I'm young. I'm 17. What do you mean? Kirk, let's start with Kirk.
The
Same
medieval.
age, bro. CB. You know what? I really relate to you because we were right around the same
Yeah. I
age
know.
bracket. Yeah. I'm turning 18 this coming October.
No way, dude.
Wow.
Me too.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
But I'm sure this is
My God.
our 18, right? So I think I qualify as an 18-year-old. But anyways, traditional way, the typical. I actually, the first flirting I ever had was when I was grade 2. This was during that time where you write letters to people you like,
letters.
diba? Yeah, letters, and then you kind of sprinkle it with glitters. It's really annoying to receive those, but
Is the
it
glitters
looks
legit?
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Big time, bro. Mm-hmm. And
No,
then the
for
ink,
real.
like the ink for your pen has to smell good. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's a
Well, that's
thing.
classy and
Scented
tacky.
one.
as soon as you open, it's like, nope.
Nope. It's
You
bitter.
guys.
It's really.
It doesn't taste like it smells.
So yeah, writing letters. Okay. All right.
Yeah, writing letters and just like the old ways, meeting with people. I mean, compared to nowadays, right? Everything is so instant. If you want to meet someone, you just Snapchat them or maybe forbidden platform them. So it's way different now than what it was before. But I'm so proud I kind of experienced each era of pursuing
Yeah. Right.
the opposite sex.
Whoa. Real?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
From
go
letters
with
to-
let's go with our women real quick. So we talked about this with Jed when it comes to courting or a guy pursuing her. She's romantic. She's not into was yeah. But when it comes to her boyfriend, her current boyfriend, she's
Not just my
okay.
current.
Yeah,
I've
she's
been,
okay.
I've been a
Hold
good
on, stop defending
girlfriend.
yourself.
My exes.
She's okay with her boyfriend being romantic to her. Malja, on the other hand, Malja is progressive. She's more progressive when it comes to relationship. Am I right,
Let
Malja?
me hear that right. Is it aggressive or progressive?
Progressive and
Both.
aggressive.
Both.
Both.
Progressive and
Both,
aggressive.
yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
According to peer reviews,
Wow.
Malja.
but
And,
not destructive. Okay,
Destructive.
I'm not.
so for our women, What kind of traditional way of pursuing girls do you guys want to be treated right now? Like, what do you guys want to have nowadays?
I still believe in chivalry, so
Chivalry, so like jousting?
I
You
would
wanna,
love to
wanna
receive
go
letters.
jousting with a guy?
Okay,
Come here,
okay.
Anton.
Yeah, I would love to receive letters. I mean, there's nothing more romantic with getting letters. Uh, I love to receive flowers. I mean, I
Mhm.
did receive some before, but not from my boyfriends. I mean, like, oh yeah, I did receive like yeah, a few from people that I've been in a relationship with. But I say people. I guess Kirk wasn't aware. I guess he's not aware, right, CB? But anyway,
No, tell me more about this. This is very interesting.
no, because I used to date girls. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's funny. I
Oh,
think
you
I
just got
I
her started,
received
man. You just got her
flowers
started.
from girls instead. I couldn't remember receiving flowers from
Wrong
men,
move, Kirk.
but I
Uh-huh.
did receive some from those who courted me, but not for those who I went in a relationship with.
Okay.
What else? I really love small gestures, you know, and I
Wait,
would
did you say
really
gestures or
receive-
genitals? Blind time.
Oh my
Yeah, that's what I heard as well, bro.
Gestures are
Like,
2 syllables, CB, and
Gestures.
genitals are 3
Gestures.
syllables.
I swear I heard.
yeah, I mean, I heard that as well. I'm not sure if you guys have like
Right, gestures.
our mind is wired that
Yeah,
way.
small
Selective
gestures.
hearing, guys.
Small-
Gesturals is what I heard. Is what you said. Maybe that was
Gestures.
maybe
Small
that's the thing you were
gestures.
thinking, Jed.
Small-
But
small gestures. All right, small gestures. So
Yeah.
tell
Okay,
us about
we can
these
do
small
both,
gestures.
but I said gestures just
All right,
now.
I'm not judging.
so she likes both small genitals and gestures.
Okay.
All right.
So,
That's all right,
so
folks.
tell us
Oh
more.
dear. I would really appreciate if you meet my parents. Yeah, meet my parents first.
Okay. How about you, Malja?
Before you
Any
start.
traditional way of pursuing girl that you want to experience nowadays?
Um. Oh, some of the things that I like is writing love letters,
Oh, okay.
poems, and songs.
Mm.
Because that's
Ooh.
that's
Speaking of
that's
which-
what my
Oh, yeah, the
boyfriend is
singing,
doing
that-
for me now.
Speaking of which, the
Harana.
harana.
I wrote a love song one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harana. Can someone explain
Uh-huh.
to our viewers and listeners what harana is? Harana.
It's when
Let Kirk explain it since he's the guest.
There you go.
Yeah, Harana for me, in my own understanding, is that it's where I'm not sure if it's a Filipino tradition, but is it a Filipino tradition?
With
It's-
other
I think so.
countries
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so this is
thinking
very
Mexican or
Mhm. Oh, Mexican. Yeah.
in a
Spanish.
way aligned with that, right? Yeah, so it's basically where you bring a bunch of folks with you as a lead singer, and then you just what's the term? You just woo the girl with
Mhm.
your voice and your a cappella moments. Well, people play instruments as well, and a typical scenario is the bunch of guys sing and then the girl peeks on the second floor through the window. That's very technical and very detailed, but that's how I envision it.
Mhm. Have
Yeah.
you
Quite a
done-
Romeo Juliet situation.
It
Yeah,
must
right
happen.
there, right there.
Yeah.
Except
And
nobody
Wakka,
dies.
you might be wondering why we have that notion that the girl has to peek from the second floor, because like the houses before, they really used to have second floors in the Philippines. Since like the first floor used to be
It's
like
made of-
where they what's this? Like, not a barn, but I mean like that's where they
Yeah, like a chicken coop. Yeah, you have some chicken coop underneath.
They put
the
their
house.
agriculture
their
stuff,
harvest. Their
Yeah.
yeah,
harvest.
on the
Harvest.
first
All of
floor.
that stuff.
Yeah. And the building can only support 2 floors, so there's really no choice other than to peek
Right,
through
right.
the second floor. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so you have Harana. So actually, Wakka has done this before for someone. So he's the one playing the guitar or played the guitar for someone, and this guy sang a song for his girl. And
Aww.
yeah,
It was a long
Sweet
time ago.
guy.
that was a long time ago. And Wakka's actually a good singer and a good instrumentalist.
Nah, I'm an amateur.
His
I'm an
fingers-
amateur.
Let me just
I'm an
let me just
amateur.
let me just put it this way: whoever Wakka is going to marry someday, this woman is gonna be very, very satisfied and happy because Wakka is really good with her fingers. Like that's all I'm gonna say.
I
That's all
see.
I'm
Why is
saying.
Malja?
It's-
Why is Malja smiling right
I don't
now?
know, because she's high probably. So anyway,
Yeah. Okay, she's
So-
high.
Can
so
She's
what
you
are
high.
be
the-
serious for once?
no, I'm serious. He's really good. He's good in playing piano, guitar, ukulele. Yeah, he's good at a lot of things. He plays bass, triangle. I don't know. Have you played
Anything
I
that deals
can't
with my
remember
fingers.
Yeah, anything with
a
his fingers.
single moment you weren't green. Like you're always green, CB.
Oh, not in my recording. My recording is fine. But anyway, okay. So the traditional way of pursuing here's some of my list, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. So you have harana, you have pamamanhikan. Is that right?
Mhm.
Wait, pamamanikan is
Mm-hmm.
the going to the parents.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought pamamanhikan is
The visitation.
you ask for the parents approval to
Oh,
date
Oh
your girl.
no,
But
yeah,
I think
before you do.
but I think pamamanhikan is more of a before you marry the girl.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Oh,
my
okay.
bad.
All
So
right.
what is like the courtship?
Yeah, but the courtship, I don't know if there's a term for that. There's got to be a term for that.
Panliligaw.
Yeah, panliligaw. There you go.
Oh.
So it's a courtship
Yeah.
itself. But you go to the girl's parents and ask them, "Hey,
Yeah.
I wanna pursue your
Why for
girl."
a second I thought akyat ba?
Okay, but maybe that's how you did it back in the day, Jed. Like,
There you go.
you were not allowed, so the boy has to akyat bahay your house.
Mhm. And here's the thing. So to all non-Filipinos, this is how hard it was to pursue a girl before. Okay, so when you go to the parents' house, right, and you ask for their permission, the parents are allowed to tell you what to do. It could be chop woods. It could be, I don't know, like fill up their water tank or do
Anything.
whatever.
Mhm.
It could be whatever
Any
because you're
chores,
trying to
anything.
any chores.
To impress the parents.
To impress the parents, and it's a normal thing to do for men, to do that for for the parents and for the family. Yeah.
It's like you're still wanting to be a boyfriend, but
Mhm.
you have to show to them that you're a
Mhm.
good husband
Right, right.
or you'd be a good husband.
Yeah, I think that was the main purpose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is not just a one-time thing. It can't be just one Friday, all done, all
You have
set.
to be
Nope.
consistent.
Mm-mm.
Nope. It happens multiple times. Still, the parents like, yep, I'm okay, because the parents has something to say when it comes to relationship. It's not just the girl and the boy kind of thing. But this is way back in the day. We weren't
Yeah.
even born. None
Yeah,
of
we
us were
weren't even born during that time,
Right.
CB. No,
And
no. Yeah.
I think we just base it from movies most likely.
Mhm. Well, my
and
parents do. My parents did that.
This one, I don't know if this is like, or like this is just based on my observation. Like in movies, I would see some girls, they're not even aware that, this guy is into them or like this guy is planning to court them.
Mhm.
But the guy would go first to the parents and they'd be like, for real? Someone's courting me? Like,
Mhm.
you have a visitor,
Right.
right? I mean, I don't know if that's really true, but movies.
Well, I know it's true that if a guy approached a girl and said, "I liked you, I want to pursue you," the girl will say, "Go talk to my parents first, or go to my
Exactly.
parents." You know what I mean?
So we're
They don't-
really talking about like long time ago. My parents, I
Mhm.
guess it's my mom who courted my dad.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's very progressive.
No, they didn't went to courtship. No,
I
think
there
that-
was no courtship.
I think your parents started the trend, Jed. The trend that we have right now
I guess
going
so.
on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the pioneer. Thank you
So-
so much for them, though.
Question on that topic.
Yes.
Is it
No,
relevant
they
now?
ran away. They ran away together. That's how they
Oh,
started.
Tana.
And they
That's
were
a different
boyfriends,
story.
girlfriends that time.
That's a different
Yeah.
story.
They were just
Okay,
friends.
Waka has a question for us.
Knowing the traditional way, is it relevant now?
What do you mean? Oh,
I think it's a bonus. I think women, generally speaking, would appreciate them being haranad or being sent love letter,
Mhm.
just like Jed and Malja here.
Yeah.
But right now, with how we are as a society, it's irrelevant. Not because it's not important anymore, but because there are some other ways to reach that point, right?
Yeah.
Much
Mhm.
easier and just instantly like that. Just
Mhm.
Netflix and chill in
More
your.
convenient way. And we just have to adapt to whatever we have right now, like social media.
Jed was like really disappointed. Like, yeah, we just have to live with it, no
Yeah.
harana and letters.
All right.
Just freaking
So here's
instant message.
Here's my next question, and this is where Wakka and Malja will come along. Well, mostly for the most part. So let's compare the courting or the pursuing way let's compare the Philippines and America or Western culture.
We're still
So
talking about the old
no. This is just in general speaking. So
general.
when I moved here, I don't know about Malja, but when I moved here in America, last I don't know 8 years ago, 2012, I was so confused with the terminology that they used. So in the Philippines, we only have what we have: courting, right? Dating or boyfriend and girlfriend, and then engage, and then married, right? That's it.
Mhm.
We have courting, boyfriend and girlfriend, engaged and married. Those are the four main
Mm.
relationship statuses of every couple. But in America, it's totally different. There's a lot
Yeah.
more. Like it's not just
Oh,
dating.
open relationship.
No, I'm not even
What
talking
else?
about that. I'm just talking about like just simple relationship, not even the complicated open relationship or multiple boyfriend and girlfriends. But Waka, tell us some of the kind of relationship that kids nowadays have.
Well, I lack that experience, but I can tell you the difference between the Eastern and the Western.
Mm-hmm.
In the Western culture, it lacks uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I just had the word and I just got distracted. I mean, we
What do you
skip a
think?
lot of parts.
Yeah. It's more complicated, right? What do you think, Malja?
Well, I used to talk to a lot of guys.
There you go. See, that's one more. So in America, they have talking. We're talking. Like if you ask them what's your
Yeah,
relationship, we're talking.
we're
That's a
just
re- that's a
talking.
that's
Yeah,
a relationship. They're not dating. They're not. He's not pursuing her. They're just talking. There's talking. There's hanging out. We're hanging out.
They
Okay.
have a mutual understanding, a mutual
yeah,
relationship.
Yep. There's a
kind of
mutual
thing.
relationship, and then
Dude, we have it in the Philippines
yeah, I
too.
know, but it's different though. There's a mutual understanding, but our mutual understanding in the Philippines is more complicated than in here. Ours like, oh, we're mutual, but no, but I don't know.
Not official. Not
Right, not
official. Yeah,
official.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah,
I guess you guys are very open. Like, let's say, okay, we are just, like seeing each other,
Yeah, there you
or
go. We're seeing each
we
other
call
too.
it
Like,
the,
there's
yeah, we're
another
just seeing
one.
each other, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But here in the Philippines, like we have the label, no label thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if we say no label, that could be, just seeing each other, talking to each other, dating, flirting, or whatever. But one of one of the party is really expecting and is thinking that you guys are like exclusive
Mm-hmm.
for dating, like really dating, but
Yeah, and one of the things that confused me the most is I talked to a bunch of students and they said we're dating, but he's not my boyfriend. Like
just date,
they're just dating,
yeah.
and I
Just
literally
hanging
dating.
and
out.
I date around, but he's not my boyfriend.
They
So
have like exclusively dating and the just dating thing.
right. So for Filipinos, for let's say for Americans, um, if they have that thinking and they go to the Philippines and have a relationship with someone, do you think that would be more complicated for them, or do you think that would be like not a big deal?
Not much of a deal,
Yeah, I think we're
I
catching up
guess.
with the Western culture in a way. I think what we don't have here in the Philippines is when we say dating, like we're not yet official boyfriends and girlfriends
Boyfriend,
or
girl,
together, right? But
just seeing each other.
yeah, but in my understanding, folks in the US, when they say they're dating someone, that like all the good mixes are there already. Like they're eating out, they're eating each other out as well. Those kind of thing. No, correct me if I'm wrong, Malja and Waka, right? Like that's my understanding of when
Of
people say they're
dating.
dating in the US. But here in the Philippines, it's like it's still in the courting stage. Like you're still wooing the girl and then, trying to get her in her
Right.
pants, but you're still not at that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
there
Because the
is a
dating thing is the
process.
girlfriend boyfriend here.
Okay, what'd you say, Waka?
There's a process versus in the Western culture they skip a lot of process. Like you just said, Kirk, it's all mashed up. I mean, it depends because the word dating or the word it's very relevant. It's not like it's black and white in the Eastern culture or in the Philippines. So like when you're dating with someone, it could be either serious or it could be just like what Mal just said, the non-officials,
The
right,
non-officials.
Maj?
The non-official. That's right.
I
Would you
spaced
say?
out.
Would you say, Jed?
I guess that's Malja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I spaced out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But you get what I'm saying? Because you have that process
Yeah,
of
yeah.
courting, and then
Mm-hmm.
you
Mhm.
lock it together, be officially boys and girl.
Mhm.
But in the Western culture, they skip a lot of.
Yeah, but that's traditional too in the Philippines, because nowadays it's totally different, and we can talk about that later because I have a question for that. Um,
Mhm.
let's do this on one question. Let's start with the guys. How would you? This question is, how would you pursue a girl? And there's no judgment in here.
Yeah.
Just in your own reality, how would you pursue a girl? And I know it's case to case basis depending on the girl, but
Yeah.
Let's make it how do you?
yeah, how do you, or how do you pursue a girl? Let's start with Kirk.
Yeah. Well, for me, if I were single again,
Mhm.
because I don't want to, I want to preface my answer to that because there's a gun pointed at my head right now. If I were single, I'm just kidding. She's very kind. She's very understanding. If I were single again, I would have probably do the quickest way. And here's why. Because if you opt in for the longer route, then most probably the character that you're gonna put forward is your you're always best foot forward when you're courting someone, right? But if you go through if you skip that part, you kind of skip the part where you kind of fake it. Like
Mhm.
if you're together already, if you're boyfriends and girlfriends, then more likely you're gonna show your true colors, and that kind of saves you time and energy and all the good stuff in order for you to really know more about the person. Because at the end of the day, that's what that's what really matters, right? Is for you knowing the person. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't see it. I don't see myself doing that anymore.
Mm.
Again, there's
Well,
a gun pointed at my head.
yeah, let's put it in a more practical way. Let's see you let's say you see this girl at the mall. You're at the mall and you think she's
Yeah.
really attractive. You find her really
Uh-huh.
attractive, and how would you do the whole thing?
The
Till-
good thing about me, CB, is that I'm so not quick, but I'm so open to opening up a quick conversation, like just one quick banter. Like if I see someone, say waiting for someone, or sitting on the bench, right? I'll just ask them about directions, like where's the restroom or where's the bookstore, and then I'm gonna comment about how hot it is or how cold the mall is, and then that kind of picks up the conversation, and then
Small talk.
small talk right there. Yeah. And that kind of loops the conversation. So that's how I do it. And then we'll connect. We'll probably connect on Messenger or wherever, and I'll just get the ball rolling from that. From that point.
Okay. All right.
I never tried Netflix and chill, but I probably will try Netflix and chill because I think that's the
One
fastest
of the
route.
quickest way.
Is it okay, Malja? According to Malja, I'll take
Check.
It's one
I'll
of the
take her
quickest
word
way.
for that.
I think you're really pretty. Let's Netflix and chill. All right. How
Yeah,
about you,
that's
Wakka?
Yeah, that could work.
I'm similar to what Kirk said. I'll just start off with a small talk and then to see if we click or not. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Because when you talk to someone, you can easily know if you're clicking one or not. Just like how. I mean, I've been out of the game for almost 10 years, so I really don't.
No, you're not out of the game. You're just standing right now. You're not moving. You're not doing anything. You're just standing. You're still in the game. You're just not doing anything. You're not out of the. I'm out of the game. You know what I mean? I'm out of the game. Kirk and I are out of the game. You are still in the game.
I get it. I get it.
So
I get it.
what I would do is I don't really approach girls if especially if I like them. I have this tendency of getting nervous, believe it or not, when I'm approaching
like
a stranger, like when I'm approaching a stranger, when I'm about to, especially if I find this person attractive, I tend to get nervous. But if this person, if one of my friends know this person, I might like talk to my friend first. Hey, tell me about this person and things like that, and help me connect with this person, not reconnect, but connect with this person. And then that's how I do my. So guys, just so you guys know, Filipinos, and I think men in general, we tend to play safe. We just play safe with everything. You know what I mean? Like it might be just, oh, I sent the wrong text message, and then if the girl respond, you're like, oh, there you go, we can have a conversation right away. But if the girl said, oh, okay, then never mind. Then you're in the safe. You did the safest route ever. You don't get embarrassed, but at the same time, if she liked it, then you can get her. So how about for the girls? How would you want to be pursued?
Hmm.
Netflix and chill for Malja for sure.
You know, the Netflix and
Chill.
chill. I took that literally before. Like, yeah, I mean, because I love watching movies and
Mhm.
I'm into Netflix. But you know, I didn't know that Netflix and chill means a totally different thing. Yeah, it
Mhm.
took it literally. But how do I want to be perceived? Mm, I'm more traditional. It's not obvious, but yeah, I'm pretty
Really?
traditional.
Okay. You like flowers
Sure,
and stuff
I
like
know,
that?
interesting.
right? Like, um, most of the people I know, they thought I'm really aggressive and flirty. I think my boyfriend will disagree with what I'm
Like
saying right now, but
365 days aggressive.
he would really disagree with
That's
what I'm
Are you
saying right
lost,
Are you
baby
now.
girl?
lost, baby girl?
Are you lost, Jetty girl?
Yes.
Are you lost, baby girl? But I would love to have like the opposite of what Kirk was saying.
Mhm.
It's a good thing though because you would know the person immediately. But I still prefer like going
The
out on a
killing
date,
moments.
getting to know each
Yeah.
other first. But the bad thing about that is, I want the courtship, but I want you to be just you. And let me decide if I'm going to like you or if I think you'd be a perfect fit. But,
Mm.
what usually happens or what happened is that they try to be a different person just to impress me. And
Yeah.
that's what I didn't really wanted to happen. And yeah, but
Okay. Malja.
so there. So I'm still confused of what I really want.
Yeah, I really like when you said. I really like it when you said it doesn't look like you. I mean, you don't look like a type of person who would want the traditional kind of, But there's a lot
Yeah.
of women. I think it is so natural for women to like that kind of approach. I'm not sure if Malja would say the same, but what do you appreciate flowers and chocolates and love
Yeah.
letters with glitters on? And okay,
Except
so
the
Malja
glitters.
is except the glitters.
But
Jed was
the
like,
glitters.
yes. Module was like, what? Let's just jump into Netflix and chill, man.
I'll take the chocolates, not the flowers. No,
Uh,
or the
I'm not into
glitters. No.
flowers that much too. I prefer
Yeah.
noodles.
I think the reason why Module would love the chocolate is she's gonna use that for some sort of
As long as
other
it's
than
dark.
as long as it's dark.
Okay, so Malja,
Interesting.
Malja, how do you want to be pursued? I don't know if you answered that already.
Oh, I want them to get to the point. Like, just tell me like what do they want from
Be
me.
straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't
Yeah.
like them, you tell them too, right? Like, nah.
Yeah.
No, you.
So skip the whole game. Just get straight to the meat.
Right.
Yeah.
You like
Like that.
Tinder. Swipe
That's
left,
why-
swipe right. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
No, I hate Tinder actually.
Nice. Okay.
I tried
Alright.
Tinder. No.
Let's do another question. How would you rate to all the Filipinos in here? And Wakka, I guess. How would you rate the pakipot or hard to get of Filipinos nowadays?
It's annoying.
10 to us still exists to nothing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't exist anymore.
10 being no more pakipot.
No, 10 being it's still there. Like the majority
Oh,
of girls
okay.
still are pakipot. To
Still
0,
are
that's
conservative. And then like 0 were very much.
non-existent. Yeah.
I think it's yeah. Go ahead, Jed.
If I'm rating how liberated we are. I'd probably say 10 is we still have
Mhm.
like the conservative
10 is the
part
like the
of
strongest. You know what I mean?
the strongest being conservative.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably go -10.
-10.
Okay,
You don't
and
say
let
it's
me
non-existent
explain why I said
anymore?
that.
Wow.
Let me explain why I said that. I mean, those girls that are conservative could probably be taken right now or be in a relationship or are married. But those that are single, most of them, I'd say I rarely see anyone who's single and just be single. I know a lot of friends who, and even my nieces at a very young age, they'd like be posting sana all, and like, you're like trying to invite men to court you, or to invite men, like low key asking men to get you. Like, I'm single, hashtag single life and hashtag being single, proud to be single. Like, you don't have to broadcast that. You don't have to tell everybody you're single,
Okay.
Like,
Maybe that's their point, right? They want people to know that, you know what, there's no one guarding my ass
you
anymore.
are still
So
not
the
conservative.
position is
you're
vacant. You might want to
low-key
apply.
The position. All I heard was
You're
ass and
low-key
position. I was like lost.
CB, that tells me a lot about how you.
Just my brain, bro. Selective
Yeah.
hearing.
Same here. Our wavelength is aligned.
It's funny that I thought the same thing like my brother did.
Your
So
wavelength
we're
is
both the same boat.
Crazy.
Yes, guys.
Your
I'm
heads
starting to
are
love this
down
crowd.
here.
Malja, what do you think? 10 is the strongest, 0 to non-existent.
-20 for sure.
She's not describing herself.
Uh-huh.
Let's be clear.
Like Filipinos in general.
Malja,
Filipinos
in general. Okay.
From what I'm seeing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a little bit 1.
1. Okay.
Whoa.
So there's
Uh-huh.
still few Filipinas. Who are,
There's still a chance.
I agree. I think
Very.
I think I'm actually go with 2. I think there's still Filipinos who are
But there's
conservative.
they're trying. Some girls are like trying to be conservative, but they're actually not. It's just like,
Just like a face.
keep trying
just
to
wanna
pursue me. They're like
Yeah,
saying
they
that.
just
Like,
wanna be
Right, that's
pursued.
what I've been saying.
they're like,
the
oh,
low-key
stop it. Like,
flirting.
no, keep going.
Yeah.
They're low-key flirty.
Exactly.
Okay. How about this one? And I think I want to know the answer to this one. Is it acceptable for a girl to pursue a guy in the Philippines? And what's your
Yeah.
personal opinion? Yeah. So the first question is, in general, is it still there? Is there still, because back in the day, like I said earlier, there's a stigma between for a girl to pursue a guy. It's totally not acceptable. But nowadays, what do you think? Do you think it's already acceptable in the Philippines for a girl to pursue a guy? And what's your personal opinion?
I mean, in my eyes, Captain Bug, I think Filipinos who do that to men who pursues people who they like aren't as frowned upon compared to before, like 1 or 2 decades ago. Like, it's more acceptable nowadays, and I kind of like where we were going with that, because no one would just keep their emotions down. If you like the guy, you didn't fucking send him a message like, milk tea tayo, or guys, people not in the Philippines, milk tea is big here in the Philippines. All right, don't mess
Yeah.
with my bubble tea.
Boba.
So, Tim Hortons lang.
Is it there as well in the U.S.? Milk tea, is it big?
Oh no.
I love my milk
Here
tea,
in
bro.
California, yes, because it's very
Yeah, here
diverse.
too.
Yeah,
Ah,
not a mission.
interesting.
Not a mission.
Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I think. Oh wait. So yeah, I'll end my thought there.
Okay.
Got
I mean,
my feeling
and
for
how
a bit.
it's a different kind of pursuing, when it's the girl pursuing the guy. It's not how the men pursues women. I mean, pursue women, because like for us, it's a low key kind of pursuing. I love to use the low key thing, but it's as simple as you would want to see the person, but you're not really upfront saying that I like you. But you're there. I mean, the guy could really tell that you're into.
You're just
person. Like,
hinting.
you all giving hints, and you always take the first move, low key. There, and then
Speaking
they
from
be like,
experience,
Sure, if I'm
no, we're
doing
boyfriends,
hints,
girlfriends now. Like, nobody, I didn't court her, but the girl would like assume that we're already exclusively dating, because
Okay.
like the moment you put your
What? Put your what?
Okay.
Finish that. Finish that.
you have to finish that.
Come on,
That's
Jed.
Okay. I want to know, because you.
I'm just
you
gonna
said
follow
earlier,
through.
you said
Come on,
girl.
Jed.
So much
And now
No,
put
to my
something.
imagination.
Put
So can
something,
you
bro.
finish
Like,
that,
what
please?
is that?
Oh,
What is
my
that one
family
thing?
my family will sure forsaken me if I'm gonna
finish that sentence. All right, it's understandable.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just
Malja.
fill in the blanks in our head. Okay. All right.
Like
so
literally
yeah.
fill in the blanks. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
there's-
fill in
Yeah,
the
there's
I
so
have
much
like
Okay,
the.
like the moment you blank your blank to my blank
No, all you have to no, all you have to say is
where
all
the
you have to say
relationship started.
all you have to say is just fill in the blank, if you know what I mean. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Alright.
see what you did there,
I love
CB.
that, TV.
Okay, Malja,
The
what
moment you
were you gonna say?
You fill in the blank.
No, because I think those what we're talking about.
What if
No,
it's
a girl pursuing a guy.
what if it's
Okay.
no longer a blank, but you still want to fill it? But anyways,
my
go ahead,
gosh.
Malja.
It stopped off. All right,
Malja, go ahead.
Malja.
Okay.
A girl
Girls
pursuing a guy.
pursuing guys. I think it's more acceptable in the city.
Nowadays.
Mhm.
In
the city?
Philippines?
Oh yeah.
Because
Mm-mm.
like about 2 years ago, I came back to Philippines, right? And I live in the province, and I tried doing that thing where I just I just catcall guys, and they don't like it.
No.
They don't like it when I do it,
Well, I
but
don't
they
get-
love it
I
when
don't like
when they
when
do
I
it
get
to girls.
cackled. Yeah.
But yeah, because I cannot just give them hints. I just straight up tell them that I like them, and I basically scared the guys. So
Language is that
Wow, pretty
Yeah.
straightforward.
yeah,
Wakka, what's your personal opinion about that?
I don't. I mean, at this day and age, it's whatever's to me. But it would hurt my pride in the sense if the she wins the he. Um, yeah, I really don't have a say, but it's whatever's at this point.
Yeah, I'm with Wakka. I don't I mean
I
I don't
felt the
discourage
desperation. I don't
Right.
know where some
I don't
felt he was
I don't
desperate.
discourage women to do that. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Like you guys can do whatever you want. You can pursue any guys you want or girls. But to me, personal. This is just my personal opinion. I wouldn't want a girl pursue me. It's like the same idea of if a girl proposed to a guy for a wedding, like that intensity of. It's kind of, I mean, because for me as a guy, I want to work on that. You know what I mean? Like you are a treasure, you are a
Right.
prize for me that I wanna take and I wanna treasure, basically. But if you're coming at me, it's like, what am I gonna do to you? You know what I mean?
You wanna taste the triumph, bro, right?
Oh,
like you wanna
absolutely.
go through the
Absolutely.
whole process, and
Right.
it just makes the victory much sweeter.
Right.
I
want
getcha.
it to be a pride. You know, like I tell my friends, I pursue
Yeah,
this
like I
girl
said,
for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
If the she wins the he, it hurts the man's pride at one point.
That's a good thing. I mean, statistically, I'd say most of relationships that started with the girl pursuing the guy fail. Like, yeah, I can't
I know.
remember, or I don't know anyone who's, you know, like it was the girl who courted the guy or pursued the guy and then they end up getting married.
Okay.
yeah, that didn't happen to me, so don't do it.
It would be the first time if it will to happen to us.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm totally okay if the girl, you know, come at me and said, "Hey, I like you," then we'll start talking. You know what I mean? Like, we'll start
The
talking.
Malja way.
Yeah.
The Malja way.
Yeah, don't do it
Yeah.
the Malja way.
We'll start talking.
Yeah,
Don't do them.
I'm all
Let's
for
be
it.
Maljified.
Oh, that's a new
Maljified.
term.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Maljified.
So, here's another one. Oh, this is really good. So Filipinos love hugots and pickup lines. That's part of our love thing in the Philippines. And Jed hates it. Jed hates pickup lines. She thinks it's the most horrible thing in the world. So, for us, this is a challenge. What is your favorite hugot or pickup line? What's your favorite hugot or pickup line? Anybody who does? I love pickup lines. I do love pickup lines. I have
That's
a
your
lot.
long question.
The
for
only
me.
pickup line I can remember, I mean, I can't say it's my favorite, but when you say pickup line, I only think about the shirt I gave Ajo,
Oh yeah.
the booger one.
Yeah, if you were the booger, I picked you. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good one, bro.
that's
That's
so cute.
gross and great at the same time.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that. I'm gonna use that on my next live.
You would pick the booger, then flick it.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Or eat it.
Any favorite hugot
Or
or pickup
eat
line?
I don't know, bro. I'm not so big on hugot lines or pickup lines. I just really want to wing it. But if ever there's a banter I want to throw that has, sexual innuendo, it would be, and this is in Tagalog, okay, and feel free to translate it. Dulugan. Diligan mo ng suka ang nauuhaw kong lumpia.
Oh,
Oh my god. That
I will
reminds
not
me of
translate
the
that
old
because
movies.
if I translate that, the intensity of the whole thing just gets
Goes
worse.
down.
So just,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just
Right.
gonna leave it the way it is. Yeah.
AJ can tell me
Guys,
later.
we have those movies before.
Nang umaga ng
We have those
hinugot.
movies before, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Umaga na ng hinugot.
Like, mainit pa ang sabaw ni... Oh my God. Higupin mo. Abang mainit.
Aga ng hinug.
Okay, so my favorite.
Is there
pickup line-
such thing?
Oh,
Those
Or-
like bold
I don't know.
movie titles.
Okay, so here's my favorite pickup lines. I have two pickup lines, and I told this to my wife, and my wife hates it, but she laughed, so I don't care. So one of them is I said, "Are you looking for a stud?" And she said, "Yeah, why?" Because I already have STD. I'm just missing you.
Oh my God.
And then the second one is
That's-
this. The second pickup line, and this is the worst. Okay, it's the worst. I said, "Are you a haunted house?" She said, "Why?" Because I'm gonna scream when I come in you.
Oh God, dude. You're the worst.
Like that intensity is.
Yeah. And I said it like this. Are you a haunted house? I said, "No, why?" Because I'm gonna scream when I come in you.
Ew.
She did not like it. I found it really funny. Okay.
Feel bad
so-
for Courtney.
I think they're forming the picture in their heads right now,
Yes,
CB.
exactly.
I feel
Yeah,
bad for her.
I'm gonna scream when I
Yeah,
come in you.
I'm kind of thinking how you look like when you scream when you're
I'm
there.
having a good time over here, man.
All right. Next question. Let's compare the intensity of "I love you" in America and to Philippines. The phrase "I love you" to my American friends or people who live in America. So in relationship, when it comes to a relationship here in America, the phrase "I love you" is a very big thing. You don't just say it right away.
Really, I have
Nope.
friends there who would say I love you too.
Nope. No, when it comes to relationship. So if you guys are seeing each other or dating or even boyfriend and girlfriend, it matters to them who gets to say "I
Well,
love
that's
you" first.
really ironic then. Well, how could you guys be so comfortable saying I love you to your friends?
See, because it's different.
It's
What an
romantic, right?
irony.
Mhm,
We're
romantic,
talking
I
about
love you.
romantic "I love
Romantic,
you."
I love you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an irony. Like, how could you be how could it be a big thing?
Okay, think about this. It's the
Why?
same intensity when you tell your boyfriend "I love you," and when you tell a noodles because you're really hungry, "I love noodles." Is that the same intensity? It's not, in it.
Do you have any
Do you
sexual
have sex
encounters
with
with
your
your
noodles?
noodles, Jed?
No, you don't.
Oh, she did. She did. Oh my God, this is freaking interesting.
I'm seeing, yes.
Yeah, for me, regardless,
kinda
I
imagine.
mean,
I probably should stop.
She was thinking twice, like, should I tell the
guys,
truth
if
on
I'm
noodles?
saying I love you to my boyfriend, like I really mean it. Like, because
That's
if I'm not
it.
in the mood, I'm not
There's
gonna say I love you back.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing
When
with
you
Yeah,
say
but
I
it's
love
the
you to
same
your
with my
friends and I
friends.
love you to your
I cannot
boyfriend.
say I love you to my friends. I can say love you or
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
but I
And-
don't say I love you.
Oh,
to
see,
my
see,
friend.
see, this is the question. This is where the question comes in. In the Philippines, we just say "I love you" to a boyfriend or girlfriend, even though you just met that
Right.
person like in the day.
Oh,
So in America, it's a different story. There's intensity in that phrase, in that phrasing, and I want you guys to explain that to our viewers and listeners. How and why is the phrase "I love you" totally different in the Philippines?
I think the frequency of you saying "I love you" to someone actually increases the more sexual tension there is. So basically, you're just one masturbation away from saying less "I love you." The intensity actually goes down after one masturbation. I just want to put it out there. Just want to be real. But as far as intensity goes, I think
much have I done?
I think it's really preferential. Some people say "I love you" just for the heck of it. Some people actually mean it. Yeah, I think it's equal.
right. It depends.
So
Yeah,
what's the ratio of people saying "I love you" like nothing?
Versus the
Probably
ones who
in
means it.
general-
Yeah.
In general, we would agree with what CB is saying. In comparison to people in America, for them, I love you is a big deal, like what I see in movies. But In the Philippines, it's like you're still pursuing the girl and you already say I love you,
Mm-hmm.
or like the
Yeah.
moment you
I think it's loosely
Just
used
zone out,
here, right,
maybe.
Jed? Like when you
what's
say
that?
it's loosely used here, like you could just easily say I love you to someone,
Yeah, yeah,
re- regardless if you're horny or not, you just love to
right.
say I love you. You just want to be affectionate, right?
Yeah, but
And that's one
I
way.
have this is a personal thing. I don't know. Even if it's a girl friend or yeah, even if it's a girlfriend, like if they use the word love, love, like love you, I feel uncomfortable. Like, because I'm used to like just saying love you or love you or anything, but I
Love
don't
you.
say love you to just random
Mm,
people. I would say it to my parents,
mm,
um to my son, and to my boyfriend. For my brothers, I would say love you.
mm,
Love you is a totally different thing.
mm.
Like,
Okay. All right. All right.
Me
I
and
get it.
Ajo always say to each other.
Yeah, all the
I
time.
even rarely
Yeah,
say it
I,
to
I
my
Thank you,
parents.
even,
I
Kirk.
just
I
say love
even,
you
yeah, I even
with a
tell
B.
Waka, I even tell Waka that I love you, no homo or full homo. I don't really care.
I love you too, bro.
I love
Seriously,
you,
I
man.
love you, man.
I'll do everything for you. I'll get naked for you, man. All right. Um. So yeah, so here in America, it's totally different. So it actually it's a big deal to them whoever gets to say I love you first. It's a really big
Yeah.
deal to them.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like right now, my boyfriend is Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm Filipino, but I'm more Americanized.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were still talking, he told me that he loves me already,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
but I cannot. Yeah, I said thank you. He got mad.
Uh,
He hasn't masturbated that
It's
day
like
yet, Malja. Trust me.
no,
freaking.
Oh
no,
God.
no. And I told him like I don't think I can say that to you yet
Mm-hmm.
because I like you, but not to that intensity that
Mm-hmm.
yet that I can say that I
Okay.
love you.
Right.
Because
Uh,
if when I say I love you to you, like that means
We're together, or yeah,
I
cause
think
I t-
you're my forever or
right,
something. That
right,
cheesy
right.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, cause even here, I know a lot of people. I've known a lot of people who's been dating for months, but they haven't said to each other, "I love
Good.
you." Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So yeah, so the intensity is really different. Um, how
yeah, I
about this
agree.
one? Since we're talking about masturbation, how do you think sex in general? I'm talking about in general changed in the Philippines, and I'm not talking about just sex action, but the stigma about sex or anything in
Ah,
regards to sex. How do you think it changed in the Philippines?
I thought you were talking about like sex positions because
Drastically.
of
Or
the
that too, or
introduction of
that too.
Pornhub.
No, that too.
Yeah.
But anything in general. Do you think? How about this? Let me start with the stigma. Do you think there's still a stigma of So when I was a kid, and this is perfect comparison here in America and the Philippines. In the Philippines, there's a horrible connotation or bad connotation when they find out you're not a virgin anymore. Here in
Mm-hmm.
America, it's actually
It's
a
the
bad
other way around.
connotation if they find out that you're a virgin. You know what I mean?
You're
Wow.
still a
So it's
virgin.
totally
That's very
totally
true.
different. Yep,
Very true.
totally different. So how about
I thought it
nowadays?
was just in
I'm in
movies.
the wrong
Mm-mm,
country.
nope.
I'm in the wrong
It's
country.
actually the
No,
same. Yeah. No,
no.
Oh
it's
God.
yeah, it's true. So if you're like 21 or 25 and they find out you're virgin, you're like, you are a prude, you're a loser, and things like that. But anyway, so how about this stigma in the Philippines? Does this still exist? Is
It
there
still
still
does.
a bad connotation when they find out that you're not a virgin and you're in high school or things like that?
Mm. I think in the case of virginity, I think Filipinos, and I can speak for myself and the circle of friends I have.
Mm-hmm.
I think it matters less to them if the girl is sexually experienced or not. And as far as casual dating and casual sex goes, I think it's more prevalent, and I think it's a little bit accepted now compared to, say, for example, 2005
Mm-hmm.
or couple of decades back. It's way different now. Like there's American footprint all over the Filipino culture
Mm.
right now, and along with that is our acceptance and understanding of how a sexual relationship should be. So yeah, it was, it's still there. The stigma's still there, but not as intense as it was decades or a couple of years ago.
Would
Thanks
you
to
agree on
Pornhub.
that? Would you agree on that, Jed?
I completely agree. But yeah, especially for my family, we still have that stigma. Like,
Mhm.
but I mean, we are aware that probably some of my nieces are no longer virgins, but like, we would
Well,
just,
now they are aware. Thanks for
yeah,
letting them know.
we just kind of like pray for it that they won't go that route, and still,
Just hope for the best.
yeah, don't do premarital sex,
Mhm.
please.
Okay. Alright.
Don't make the same mistakes we did.
Mhm. How about sex talks? Is that open
Oh,
now? Talking about sex talks in the Philippines.
I think it was just recently that I was open to sex talks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
probably it's just, I know,
Like
a
among
year.
friends. Among friends. I'm not even talking about families. Just among friends in public.
Even with friends, dude. Like, but
Okay.
I'm not. I really can't tell in general because I'm not used to, getting involved with sex talks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh, Jed, you haven't been in my stream. Visit me one time. I'm just kidding.
oh God, no,
But
I
yeah.
won't be comfortable. Yeah. I have some friends who are very vocal. They're pretty open with their sex life, and
Mhm.
it, like what I said, it was just lately that I've been part of the conversation, but I don't share. Like I would share
Mhm.
really just little details, but I wouldn't really go into details. But my friends are like, and before I would really stop them whenever they try doing sex talk, and I'd be like, "Oh, come on, we're not. That's inappropriate. You're not supposed to talk about it. That's intimate. That's private." But lately, I'm kind of like, okay, I just let them be.
Okay.
No, just.
Right. All right.
But I prefer not to share.
I'm that friend who shares
Everything.
everything.
Oh
But
my.
I took
no,
off my clothes.
it's with my American friends.
Yeah,
It's
I kind
Rip
of
my
noticed
clothes
that.
off.
with
You
my
and
American
Tokyo.
guy friends, because I can talk freely with them compared to my Filipino or American girlfriends, because they're still like trying to play shy. Like, oh my god, you did that, have sex with someone, just have sex with
Come
someone
on.
or kiss
Malja,
someone. They're
you're one
like,
of the boys, so I mean.
yeah,
Seriously.
exactly. Exactly. So I could talk to guys with anything. Like they even tell me like not to leave anything out. So
Okay. Well, yeah, because it get them horny for real. Wakka. So
The
you lived
cat
in
is out the bag.
right. It's true. So Wakka. So you lived in the Philippines for quite a while. Did you feel any of those not pressure, but the stigma when it comes to sex?
The vibe. Um, Good question. I mean, I'm trying to remember it from 8 to 10 years ago. That was the last time I was in the Philippines, 2012, I believe. At that time, the stigma, I guess you can say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you can't really freely talk about, tell people, oh, I had this sex experience with my ex-girlfriend, because, it's like yeah, I don't talk about that. You know what I mean? They feel awkward and weirded out and shy about it.
If the topic,
So,
I didn't have that type of friend to talk to yet, but in general perspective, it's still a taboo talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What do you think, Kirk?
Well, times have changed, and I couldn't really compare how it was back when I was in high school, right? Because sex talks were kind of totally taboo during that time. But now I'm really happy with how Filipinos are progressing towards this kind of topic, because more and more Filipinos, and I've actually talked to them. I spent time on this forbidden platform, and I kind of engage on a classy way. This is not like in a perverted way of
Yeah. More
patigas
informative.
titi lang, no.
More informative.
Yeah, it's more educational and very. It's non-judgmental, is what I'm saying. I think I think that's the
Just
vibe that women are looking for in order for them to really share what they have hidden inside their, how to get their juices flowing, stuff like that. So, I mean, diba? So I like the fact that Filipinas are much open now talking about sex than before. Maybe because, we're kind of influenced in a way by, Western culture.
westernized.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah, you still have prude women here and there.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys noticed. You probably noticed that we keep saying American culture, Western culture, because Philippines actually consists of a ton of cultures. We were colonized by a lot of different countries.
Yeah.
But right now, the most culture that's affecting us the most is American culture or Western culture.
True.
Now, this will be my last question with regards to the sex topic. Do you think? And this is the most intense one. That's why I made it the last question. Do you think girls are more adventurous when it comes to sex and stuff? I'm talking about like the actions itself. So when I was younger, and I heard this from a lot of people, girls are more sensitive when it comes to having sex. They only want to do it specific way, just one way, because they feel like, the dalagang Filipina kind of stuff. You have to be gentle, you have to be act this way and kind of thing. How about nowadays? Do you think girls are more, and girls, you guys should answer in this question. Do you think girls are more open when it comes to doing other stuff in the bedroom in the Philippines? I'm talking about in the Philippines.
Yeah. Jed is a good resource person for that.
I can't
No,
tell.
I think both of them are.
I can't tell because I told you I don't really talk to my friends about it. They would share, but if I'm just gonna base it to my closest friends who'd share, I guess they're more.
Well, it doesn't have to be you specifically.
Oh,
I'm
no,
talking about
no,
girls,
no, no.
girls in general.
I can't say because
Like Jed,
I don't have.
say for example,
I don't
when
have
you
the right resources.
but are you like some sort of do you leave yourself vulnerable in that moment? Like do you have like restrictions or or do you just freaking lay it all
God,
out?
if you're gonna let me answer the questions, like I'm opening my
Okay, all right.
Pandora box to you guys.
No, that's completely fine. No, you don't have to answer it. That's fine.
If my boyfriend was here, he's going to answer the question
Oh,
for
yeah,
real.
probably.
And I would really get pissed with him. Sometimes he's too vocal, and he would just, he would slip and share it to my friends in a like with humor. But
Yeah.
I would always say, you're not supposed to joke like that, And she was like, it was just, let's say, and a friend. It was just Maya. It was just. I know, but they could be like my best friend or my closest friend, but you're not supposed to like say things like that. I mean, it's
Makes sense.
something really private, and I'm very much particular and sensitive about it. So yeah, I prefer not
Jed,
to.
you are in the same way with
I prefer
my
not to answer.
with my wife. She is exactly like that. Like I'm this freaky guy, but she's the polar opposite. She's the
All
polar
I can
opposite.
say,
Well, opposite attract, so it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we complement each other.
I'm not trying to be a different person, or I don't want to give you guys like an idea that this is me, a conservative person or what. I'm a different person privately.
No, listen.
It's just
Listen,
that I don't.
this is a no judgment podcast. You don't have to share
God,
anything.
dude.
You know what I mean? No, I'm being serious.
But
You don't
we
have
are
to share
going to
anything.
share this to the public, and even if like it's just the 2 or 3 of us as friends who's going to talk about it, I still wouldn't share it.
No,
Yeah,
that's
for
what I
real.
said. That's what I said. This podcast is just, it's open. If you don't want to talk about it,
But
that's fine. That's
probably
why I have
in
these questions.
general, okay, I'd say 50-50. There was this conversation, and I'm just going to base it to a conversation that I've had with some friends a while back. And so they were talking about their partners, and how was she like, in bed, and then my guy friend would say, and the girl was there too when we had this conversation, and he was like, oh, she's a starfish. And I was like, okay, what's a starfish? And then they have the the helicopter. I don't know, different terms, but yeah, she's a starfish.
I keep hearing
Starfish is like
helicopter.
there's
What's a
like
helicopter?
a dead fish. Did you just
Oh.
lie down and yeah,
Oh.
and
Oh.
I guess yeah.
Ah, okay. I was actually googling right now what a starfish is
There's,
in sexual
there's
terms.
just
It
starfish.
was their
Can
term.
someone
I don't know.
share?
It
Okay.
could just be their
Alright.
term as a family.
Okay.
Or yeah, that
Okay, I'm gonna look it
circle.
up later.
And so the three of them are all starfish, and we're talking about girls that are more, I'd say, more
SpongeBob.
vocal. Yeah, and they do a lot of sex talk. So I was surprised, like really. So there's the
Uh,
starfish thing, but yeah, I just
Yeah.
I'm more
and
of
then
a, I'm
how
more of
about
a,
you, Jed? And I just
I'm more
like
of a, I'm more of a
changed topic.
Squidward, and
A
I don't want,
Squidward.
and I don't want Mr. Krabs. I do not want Mr.
Squidward.
Krabs. I do not
She'd
want
be the
Mr.
Squidward.
Krabs. Nope. Okay. Malja, what do you think? Do you think
Wait,
girls in the Philippines,
Who
are
was
more
the
open with?
question?
That's why I'm about to tell you now. So, do you think girls in the Philippines are more open to adventures or other stuff in bed?
Um, very few
Okay. All right.
girls in Philippines. I'm not in Philippines, Kurt.
Right, right. Oh, I mean, you still have friends in the Philippines, so
No, they don't. They don't talk about stuff like that. They're really
Okay.
conservative because
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
we're from
Majority.
the province still, so we don't really talk about those stuff.
how about you,
so.
Professor Kirk? What do you think?
Well, according to my research in no, I'm just kidding. Well, you know what? I kind of resonate with Jed because they're in the same wavelength with my wife, with my partner, right?
Mhm.
Like there are some I don't want to give too much information, of course, but there are moments where her character in that moment isn't in line with how she is on normal daily interactions.
Okay.
So there's a hidden monster within, and some people just don't want to talk about it. Like they
Which only shows up to your
during
boyfriend.
that moment.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
During that
Exactly.
heat, and it's crazy that because people are so. I mean, how I am right now is how exactly I am in bed. Like I don't joke around during sex. I don't throw out banters and stuff
Yeah,
like
you
that.
never want to do that.
You shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't. Oh my god, I tried that like twice. It kind of worked, I guess. Because when she laughed, it kind of tightened a bit. But
Oh
anyways,
my.
no, I'm not talking about. This is way back, pa, guys.
Okay.
Way before the.
We get you, brother.
Welcome to
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Disclaimers.
Welcome to our podcast, guys.
God.
So yeah, for me, that's the thing. There's a big change. Maybe I'll just base this on my friend,
Mhm.
who is, I want to shout out, but he has a kid and a wife already. But I don't want to drop names, but he is extremely experimental on sexual stuff, and he kind of imparts to me what his experiences are, and based on his stories, I can tell that there is a shift in how, for the lack of a better term, wild
Mhm.
or experience in sex Filipino women are. And again, I'm happy with that trajectory.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go with this one. How's the stigma of same-sex relationship in the Philippines right now?
Interesting.
Mhm.
So we're moving towards to where we socially accept them, like we don't barrage them anymore for their
Yeah.
own decisions in life.
Gonna
Unlike
just
before.
let them be. Let us be.
uh And there are lots of gay people. I have gay friends, men who are gay, and they're fucking smart. They're witty. They're
Right.
smart, and
And
you
they're
just
funny.
have to love their. Yeah, and you just don't have to be clouded. Your judgment should not be clouded based on their sexual orientation. It should be
Yeah.
how their character is, how they are with you as a person. So yeah, I think we're moving that route as well, which again is very progressive, and I like where we're heading.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, as a Jed, were you gonna say something?
I really want to say something
No,
because
go ahead.
I'm part of
Go ahead.
the community.
Okay, go ahead.
Used to. Well, I won't say used to because I mean that's really me. But well, based on experience, because my family, as I've told you, we're really conservative, we're religious. Um, However, I have noticed that I think it was just I was so scared of, finally coming out or showing it to my family, especially to my father. But it just kind of like, okay. Um, I had some relationships with girls before, but I couldn't tell anyone. I couldn't tell my parents, and it was just with my recent ex that I've been open, and I was really scared of what my father could say, but I didn't formally like introduced her to my parents. It just like kind of just let them. I gave them hints that we're together, and then just went
Mm.
public on Facebook. And but my father was like, when we finally talked, so he said something like, um, well, um, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I had it coming because when I was little, he was like, oh God, I think my only daughter is a lesbian. And he
Mm.
just talked to me lately about it. And I was like, really? You thought of that? And he's like, yeah, I thought of it. I was really expecting you to turn into a lesbian, not bisexual, but he was really referring to like a lesbian. Like, well, to cut it short, I can say, um,
Thanks for cutting it
I
short.
didn't I didn't really notice how it changed. I think for me it's drastic because I didn't expect my family being so conservative to accept me like
Mm.
in a snap. So there, I think we are more acceptable now,
Mhm.
like really to the highest
Right.
level, more acceptable.
So for me and Waka, and I think I can speak for Waka. So Waka and I are both Christians. We're both Christians, and I know there's this thinking about in the Philippines that if you're Christians, you're anti-gays and anti-lesbians and anti all of them. To us is we're not against them because they're still human being. You know what I mean? All we could
Right.
give them is love and understanding, and that's about it. And then you can do whatever you want because it's your own life. It's same thing
Yeah.
with me, and like I can do whatever I want because it's my own life. I would interact with them. I would show love to them. I would show Jesus to them, and that's all I could do. I can't dictate what should they
Right.
do and what shouldn't they do. You know what I mean? Especially if they're not harming anybody. I mean, they don't like run around with a knife and say I'm gay and start stabbing everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't do
Um,
that.
there's a difference between like you completely agreeing to whatever they believe in to
Hmm.
just completely respecting what they believe in.
Right, right,
So I guess we're
exactly.
in in
Oh,
that
absolutely, absolutely.
level in the
And we
Philippines
and we
now.
can and we can still be friends with them. We can laugh with them. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of funny gay people, and I love hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-mm.
so and it's the same, and just don't touch anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. It can be a guy or
Right.
a
Mm-mm.
girl or gay. Just don't do anything. Yeah, don't do
Definitely.
anything stupid. All right.
Mhm.
So I think I really like that that question. Um, so this will be the last question, and you can come up with any ideas you want. Be open as possible. Be creative as possible. Okay. What do you think courting would look like in the future? This is like the future courting. It can be a decade. It can be 2 decades from now.
Mm-mm.
What would courting would look like in the future in the Philippines?
Is Kirk is Kirk here now?
Yeah, yeah, great, sir.
Oh, this is not me. I'm just
So what do you think would that look like someday?
just its motive. Uh, I'll answer first. I watched this Black Mirror episode wherein their dating is so. Jed, you watched that, Jed? Have you
I
watched
like
that?
Black Mirror.
Not yet.
Just some episodes,
Just the tip.
but
Yeah.
not,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it's basically where dating in the future is so interconnected already. Like all your preference is so it's integrated in the system that the system will look the partner for you. I don't like where that is going because it takes out the human interaction out of the equation.
It skips
Yeah, I still
the getting to
I
know each other stage.
yeah, exactly. So you kind of skip too many parts, too many for your own good, right? Because you still want to, yeah, you still wanna pursue someone, whether it be in Messenger or trying to make your move during Netflix and chill, you still want to have that kind of there. Like you don't want a matchmaking platform making the decision for you, right? So I think that's where everything is heading because what's this app called? Tinder, right? Na kunyari, hindi alam, like you just have to swipe left and right, and it kind of gives you, it learns how you what your preferences are, and kind of matches you with this, matches you with a better match the next time you slide and or swipe. And I think that's where we are going. Systems or systems and technologies kind of learning what we want and what we like. And I don't like that because it just takes out the guessing game of being being in a relationship with someone, which is very important, which is very crucial. It's integral for human evolution. Naks human.
Nice.
Tinawag mo kasi yung professor eh. You called me.
I agree with Kirk. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead, Wakka.
Yeah, I
Give us
agree
a
with
further
Kirk.
understanding of what would be a future dating would look like.
I mean, as Kirk explained it, it's we're losing the adventure and the experience of that journey of, how you're trying to find the right one and just relying on a system to calculate and fix the algorithm of what you expect to have, or this ideal girl or boy, so to speak, of what you want. But you miss that whole character build of who you do or don't like. I mean, just like how Kirk said it. But at this point, I mean, I've been westernized so much that like I mentioned earlier, the term dating here and there in the Philippines, it's very, very very different. I mean, you have the step, you got a courtship, and then once you've achieved the goal of having her say yes, now you're a boyfriend, girlfriend, and after that, if you're going through that full-on journey, you win. I mean, you've that sense of achievement. But at this point, dating is now
systematized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I
hope that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I like that. How about you two girls? What do you think? What would be courtship
wanting
in the future?
I think Malja's wanting her flowers and chocolates now.
Virtual.
Doesn't want
with this pandemic thing, I've seen people like going on a date with someone just sitting in front of a laptop or in front of their phone, like all dressed up with their own dinner and stuff, and then just having a date, which is really weird. And you're just eating alone in front of a which ironically is what I'm doing now with my boyfriend. So
and what we are doing right now as well.
Yeah, like what we are doing now.
Unfortunately. But yeah, like it's gonna be like more, I think more people, like the younger people, like they're gonna be in a relationship faster and they're gonna be like in more relationships online now because it's quick to like just get to know someone and do stuff with someone online and then break up with them, without ever meeting them at all in person. So
you're just one click away from a good Netflix and chill,
Right.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Jed, what do you think?
Me, I couldn't think of anything more likely to happen than having social media be so involved with the relationships in the future. Yeah. I think you've seen we are conducting the church, what do we call this? Like we have mass in Facebook, or they do it live, or they're doing the streaming while they're doing the mass. So probably like the weddings would be like that in the future. Like what Malja said, they're dating and they're just using their computers to do that. I'd probably say we'd be more open, like, and I guess in most countries they already have this, like the open relationship, like you can date to men or men, women, blah, or I don't know the term. What did they call that? Like you can date
Date
Anyone
around. Well, you can date around.
stay
Polyamory.
around, and others they really stay in the same house.
Mm.
Yeah,
What
I
is it,
think
Big
there's a
Brother?
TV show for that. No, but it's like there's two. No, the worst I've seen is like there's two girls and then there's two men, and they could like interchange. Like sometimes they would date, and
Ooh.
sometimes these two would
Oh,
date.
that's
What website
Sometimes
is this?
Oh, yeah.
I know that
don't
show.
wanna-
No, it's a
oh,
show.
can you
I
give
know
me
what
the
yeah,
link?
she's talking about.
I think I've
Oh, yeah,
seen,
we're very interested
What website is
for educational purposes.
Yeah.
video, but probably it's a TV show. I don't know, but I've just seen it somewhere. They were interviewed in this open relationship.
Mhm.
Um, But yeah, I think that's going to happen. And what else? I think marriage then wouldn't be that special anymore.
Yeah.
You know, just papers.
Mhm.
I think different. I think marriage is still gonna stay the same. The process is still gonna be different probably. But I'm going towards in more creative way, and this is how my brain works. I think everything is so
Wishful thinking.
holographic right now. So your dick pic will show up like literally
Oh,
on
yeah.
your face.
Oh my
Like
god.
right on your face. You know what I mean? Like it's right there,
Yeah.
bro. It's not just on your phone. It's right on your face. And then I'm going towards
Talk
more.
about
So
Iron Man.
so yeah, wait, exactly. And then like if we go like further forward, you could have like teleportation. You know what I mean? Like long distance relationship will not
Oh,
be a thing
the te-
anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
yeah.
Be
creative of
transported
you.
to
I
one
love the
place.
teleportation
Yeah,
thing.
you'll be transported to one place like
Transport
in
my.
a-
That's way out in
I
the
didn't know
future, but
that.
okay.
Exactly. Well, we don't know that. That's why I told you guys be creative as possible. But you guys went.
Okay.
But
All right.
anyway,
I see. I
We were
see.
realistic.
Oh,
We
yeah,
were
you guys
realistic.
went more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
forgot that
and
we
then
have to be creative.
and then but this one is realistic. Yesterday Malja and Jed and I had a podcast, and we talked about this after the podcast.
And I still
So
couldn't
there's
relate to what they were talking.
virtual sex kind of thing. Okay, so there's a pocket pussy and a dildo connected to each other.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
while the
Yeah.
guy is using the pocket pussy and the girl's using the dildo, everybody will like feel the same thing that what they're feeling, or
The
as
same
close as
dialogue.
possible.
It's interconnected, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
Yeah, yeah,
interconnected.
yeah.
And wherever you are,
Yeah.
you'll be
yeah.
But like
crazy.
the flashlight is like as big as my water jug.
You were
Fleshlight.
imagining it, or you're saying that it actually
Yeah, no,
exists?
that's what it looks
No,
like.
it exists.
No,
No, she's actually on the page where she had to click on purchase,
Yeah, it
I've
exists.
been-
It's
Already.
a thing.
It's
and
like
she
my
was thinking
cousin-
I don't
about if
wanna
she's gonna put in her
brainstorm
credit
to
card
how
info.
It really works. But yeah, I still couldn't believe it's happening and that it's real. Like how could it
Mm.
happen? But I don't want to I don't want to brainstorm because I might think of how they look like. So
And then,
Bro.
and then when it comes to approaching girls and talking to
Water
girls,
jug.
I think we're gonna go really quiet as possible but talkative. So it's gonna be transmitting your information to someone through your mind, so you don't have to open your mouth and approach them.
That's actually not too far.
I
What
know,
you call?
it's possible.
No, what's his name?
Telepathy.
He's
Yeah,
he's
telepathy
building
kind
it
of
right
thing.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's kind of off topic, but it's related to what you're saying. Currently, Elon Musk, the maker of Tesla, he is trying to build a neural device. If
Mm.
everyone accepts a neural device where they put the chip in your brain, instead of hidden conversation, you actually know what you're thinking and feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys think about that, but
Wow.
he's
That's crazy.
Just
That's
like that.
crazy.
Just like that.
Yeah.
I
So I think
love that.
that's where a relationship gonna go. You know what I mean?
Like
Wow, that's invasive. I mean, that's the procedure itself is invasive.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that you can actually read people's
Right.
mind, right?
but I think it's going to help like make relationships more successful and would help us to get rid of the wrong person because
Mhm.
like if you know what the person is thinking and before this person even cheats you
Mhm.
already know you're gonna cheat on
Yeah.
me so
Yeah,
like
if the guy
get
if the guy
out of
said
my house.
if the guy said
know?
no, I have the right intention to you and I love you, I will respect you.
But that's
In the
not
mindset,
what
as
you're
soon as you get
thinking
home,
right
I'm
now.
gonna bone you and I'm gonna do everything
yeah.
in different
But
positions.
I think a lot of-
what
You'd be like,
you're
you'd be like,
feeling.
and
I can
this is
see
another
it.
this is another pickup line that I use. You'd be like my pinky toe because I'm gonna stab you all over this place. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna that's kind of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bang you all over this place. That's the
Weirdo.
term. You're like my pinky toe because I'm gonna bang you all over.
Bro,
this
bro.
place.
Yeah, bro. It was really funny when you mentioned about the hologram, sending dick pics, via hologram. Like I was thinking, if I'm going to
Imagine
send
getting a dick
someone,
pic in front of the whole meeting. and they just like, wink.
You accidentally.
No, I'm gonna tell the girl.
Your
Yeah,
dick.
I'm gonna tell the person I'm gonna send a dick pic to, like, hey, girl, don't worry about this. What I'm gonna send you, it's not gonna take too much space. No,
Oh
it's
my.
not. Uy, grabe. No,
Yeah,
that was just a banter, guys. It doesn't mean anything.
I have a,
oh,
I have a
oh
joke
my
about
god.
my penis, but it's too long. And then the girl said, I have a joke about my vagina, but you're not gonna get it.
It's very interesting.
All right. Well, this is a very fun podcast, and we appreciate you, Kirk, for being here. We love you, man. This is great.
It was
thank you
fun
so
to have
much.
you around, man.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
yeah.
being here.
Love this crowd.
Yeah. And why don't you plug yourself? Where can people find you if you want to be found? Okay, you don't have to say it.
Yeah,
If you want to be found,
I wanna.
yeah, go ahead.
I have a different way of plugging myself,
Mhm.
but I think it's kind of it's I'm just here. I think
Yeah.
I'll be joining you guys later
So
or
when
next
I
time.
say plugging, you can plug the Forbidden app. If you want people to join you there, that's fine. This is the time. that you can say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah, I
time you
don't
can
host
say it.
there anymore, and I don't want people following me there. Cause
Oh, okay.
Where can they find you in the social world? Is that what you usually say,
It's so
Ajo?
forbidden.
Yeah.
In the
am I-
social media world.
yeah, I'm not so visible anymore in social media. Like my
Bro,
my
this guy's a
Facebook is
ghost.
kind of. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I need to be ghosting people.
So based
I
on
want to
that,
keep the
so
mystery.
Kirk is trying to say is if you guys want to see him again and hear him again, follow this podcast because we
Follow
might
this
invite him.
podcast,
Yeah, we
guys.
might invite
This
him
Sounds
again.
good.
gang is so
Yep.
fucking amazing. This
Where
is
you can
not a
find him.
boring gang, you know.
Yeah,
Like
I
we
know.
could talk about anything here, guys.
We
Follow
might
this.
invite him again. So how about you,
Yeah,
Wakka?
yeah.
Where can people find you in the social media world?
Find AJ and Jed, and that's where you can find me.
That's so lazy. Should I ask you still, Jed? Where can people find you?
I don't want to be found.
And she doesn't want to be found.
Be
How about you,
found. She
Malja?
doesn't want to be found.
How about you, Malja?
Just follow this podcast
Max
and you can see all the
Well,
links.
my name is CB, Captain Bug,
Everyone's
AJ,
so
and
lazy.
you guys can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. What else? Twitter, LinkedIn. It's
Everywhere.
the Gum Fam Show. That's THE Gum Fam. GAMFAMSHOW show.
GAM as in G for George, A for Apple, M for Mary.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you pronounce it differently.
You pronounce it gum because it's
Like gum,
We
chewing
don't say
gum.
Gam. We say gum. The Gum Fam
Ah,
Show. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, all that.
Filipino
YouTube.
is more like gum.
Gum.
Gum bomb.
Yeah. Anyway, and also, we would love you guys to follow this the Maximum Filipino show, and make sure if you guys enjoy this, if you know someone's gonna benefit on this podcast and this information, tell them about this and follow us, rate us, let us know, comment. If you want to do any shout outs, we'll do that as well. So as per Wakka, Kirk, I'm pointing at the screen right now. I don't even know why I'm doing that. As per Wakka, Jed, Malja, and Kirk, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate.
thanks for
you
having
guys.
us, CB.
See you guys. Bye.
Laters. Thank you for always
All right,
having me.
bye-bye.
Bye.